Dude, I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited right now.
I'm excited too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can we all be excited?
Because we don't just have...
We can all be excited.
Because we don't just have any regular guests on today.
Where's the wigs at?
Oh, dude. You retire those things, dude. Fuck those wigs, dude. I fucking hate that shit so much.
Dude, you looked so good in it, though.
Dude, I guess.
You look
I
so...
got a lot of compliments on the wig.
Dude, there was a lot of compliments saying that, dude, everybody just wanted to fuck.
No, I didn't. No, we had
That shit
lots
was
of
funny.
comments where people were like, yeah, I want to fuck.
So many comments just saying, I'd hit it.
I know, I saw that shit.
No, dude, I'm excited because we don't just have any regular guest on today. We have legend
Who?
in the fucking house today.
Who, Zach? He's on this.
Rick fucking Thorne, dude.
Rick fucking Thorne.
Yes, dude, I was
Like
so
the way
stoked.
That sounds, the tone of that.
Yeah,
Tony.
this
I like
sounds so good. I was going through my people on Instagram. I was like, dude, let me just hit him up. Let me just see. Let me just see if he'd be down. Probably not. But.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I've had this stunt idea that I've wanted to do with you, actually, that I just never pitched to you.
Pitch it right now.
Let's do it. What is
Right
it?
now.
So I just want to do. I want to be. So pretty much, you're gonna be dressed up as a medieval knight, and you're riding your.
I like this to be. All right, keep going. Keep
You're
going.
gonna be on a BMX bike, and there's gonna be a rope tied from your. No, my dad's calling. There's gonna be a rope tied from your bike to my underwear. I'm just gonna be wearing tighty whities, just on all fours, and I'm gonna be like. I'm Zach Holmes, and Rick Thorne's about to go medieval on my ass, and then he's just gonna ride his bike. You're gonna ride your bike, like pretty, like either like down a hill or something, or maybe we're on a hilltop or something, or you just ride as fast as you can away, and you're gonna give me like the worst wedgie.
Let's do it, bro.
I think we
Let's
should
do it.
Dude, I've never gone medieval.
I've never gone medieval on somebody's ass.
I've gone,
Yeah.
I've gotten gangster on some ass, but I've never gone medieval.
Dude, you know,
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah, I think we should do that eventually. That would be
100%.
sick.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
100%.
down. We gotta find the outfit.
Yeah. We
Oh,
gotta get a good outfit. Yeah, we can definitely pull that off though.
Let's go to Party City, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that's where we get most of our shit. We just go to Party City.
Yeah.
Let's do it, bro. I'm down.
Yes. That would be so sick.
Medieval on that shit. Dumb.
Yeah, dude. So I was, you posted a video yesterday of you learned a new trick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to me, seeing something like that with somebody who's been in the game for decades and they're constantly learning something new after all these years, dude, it's so rad to me.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, it's so what I want to know, being the age that you are.
32.
Yeah. being your age and still being in the game as deep as you are, like does it take more effort to bust something out or to
Less.
really?
Well, I mean, okay. It depends on the trick.
Okay.
Right? Like, it depends on what you're wanting to learn, But I think like you just after riding, if you do something for so long, you become like a master of it, a ninja. You know what I mean? Like you master it, and so I know exactly like where you're at compared to where I was, 30 years ago. So, like that trick I learned yesterday, I was like, I could break down tricks better in my head because I understand it. To where like, and be able to correct, to be able to pull stuff. But it just depends. But it's just about setting goals.
Yeah.
Like I never stopped riding.
Yeah.
Like 40 years straight, and I think that's why I've been able to. If I would have stopped and been like, oh, cool, take a 5-year break and then try to get back into it, I think it's more difficult for people. Since I never stopped, I just never stopped. And plus, you got to keep learning stuff. You just get bored.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
so
if I go
there's
out there and do tabletops all the time, I'm like, this is boring.
so after you said what 40 years now?
Yeah. When did you start riding? Like just like as a kid, obviously, or like.
I'm 52. I started when I was about 12. I built my first quarter pipe.
Sick.
Yeah, it was like a 6 foot tall.
Have you had a lot of concussions over?
Yeah.
How many concussions think you've had?
Dude, I got some gnarly stories.
Oh, dude.
Yes, please.
I thought that's
Please.
what
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
you know what? If I go on this, I got to tell them some of these stories.
Yes.
Oh, that's
This
here.
is the shit.
That's what we want to know.
Okay, all right, I'll tell you a good one.
Gotcha.
It's going for this gap, right? And you jump up on the sidewalk, and you jump up on this wall, and the wall was like this wide. And as you went along right into the wall, the sidewalk went down. So you went like this, right? The wall. And then there was an alleyway, and then there was a gap, and there was a loading dock. So my bright idea was jump along the wall, right along this thin wall, and then hop over to the loading dock. I went to do that when I went to go, you kind of alley-oop to get your When I went like that, my wheel fell down off the wall, and I went sending face first into the loading dock. Smacked right in the corner. Damn. Back to my feet. I was like, what the fuck? It's crazy light, dude. Like, I bit down. I was like,
crazy light.
thought I broke my teeth, so I popped them out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, not the teeth. Like, my face is weird, dude. And I was spitting this shit out of my mouth. Like, what is it? Ugh. Tastes like salt. And I gotta go to the doctor. They go, hey, you need to go home, dude, for a few days and let this swelling go down. I go, well, what happened? What is this liquid? They're like, you hit your face so hard you broke your palate.
Oh,
so
wow.
you can put your thumb in my mouth and move my whole fucking mouth up and down. I go, what's the liquid and shit? They go, it's your brain leaking.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. I fucking knew you were gonna say that. Oh,
and I was like, okay. Like, so the result was they cut my head. I don't know if you can see that scar.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
They cut my head from ear to ear.
Yeah.
Pulled my skin down.
Oh, dude.
Took fat from my stomach to clog a leak. The leak that was...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it was gnarly. And then they lifted my face this way and put plates and screws. And I had a hairline crack and a break and screws here. So I had double vision and I lost all sense of taste and smell. Like a couple days before surgery, I started crying and shit. Like, fuck, everything tastes like glue.
Did you get your taste back?
I did.
Oh, good.
And then, so I woke up, I had a tracheotomy.
Dude.
One lung stitch. Fucking.
Oh, my God.
About 2 months after that, I went to the X Games. I got 7th place.
Fuck.
And dudes are like,
what the fuck?
Dudes are like, you're not going to go to the X Games, right? I'm like, fuck that, dude. I worked hard for that shit.
What year was that?
96.
That's insane.
God,
I used to be way hotter, dude.
So was I.
Like Johnny Depp kind of shit. Now look at me.
So with something like that traumatic, how long does it take to be completely back to normal? Or is it, do you still feel some sort of effects from something like that? Because that's huge. That's like a major fucking traumatic event.
I mean, well, no, I don't actually.
Really?
Sometimes when I go underwater, it gets numb here because the pressure.
Yeah.
But you can get those plates out and stuff. But like, I have a CBD sponsor, so I take CBD. But for the most part, I don't take any prescription.
Wow.
I'm never really in that much pain.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times if you love your job and you get hurt, you're gonna heal quicker.
Yeah.
If you don't love your job, you're gonna
like that.
Dude, I could get off work for 6 more months, chill out. And I was like, dude, for me, 6 months not riding will drive me insane.
Like an eternity, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like I'm gonna miss this contest and this event. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
So you heal quicker because you want to get back out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Like when I was busting tables, if I got hurt, I wasn't like, damn, can't wait to go clean tables, man.
But has there ever been like a all right, first of all, was that your gnarliest accident?
No, well, it was one of them. I've had a few others.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm having a lot of weird ones, weird type of injuries.
Yeah. So has there ever been a point where you get into this gnarly crash or you just get so fucked up where you actually do reconsider what you do? No. Or is it just like, no, you just love it too much that you're never going to stop? I
mean, there was never a point where there was a point in my life where I was like, okay, I'm not going to ride anymore. I was maybe 22. I was busting tables full time. In 1 year's time, I tore my urethra. I broke my leg. I had my knee tore my ligament in my knee. I had shoulder surgery all in 1 year and still competed. And I was like, dude, I ain't making any money. What am I going to do? And I quit riding, well, supposedly for like 5 months. And then one day I was walking through the Olive Garden with my bus tub, and I look at it, and I was like, I quit riding for this? Because I didn't go to college. I was in my mom's basement. Like, I had all these years, like, what? Like, I gave up. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't like giving up. So I was like, I'm going back. That was the only time. Yeah. And it was just kind of at that age, too. I don't know if weird age of being in your early 20s. You're like, what am I going to do with my life? Yep. Yeah. Where am I going? And but no, not anymore. No. And you just kind of, if you love to do something, you find a way to do it. Yeah. You know. What year was it when you started doing? Because you started announcing, right? Announcing for the X Games. Did like any serious injury have any sort of play to do with that? Where you're like, no, really? No, it's like
something you wanted to do.
Well, it kind of fell in my lap.
Oh yeah.
See, when we would do shows back in the day, it was like me, Matt Hoffman, Dennis McCoy. I did shows with Tony Hawk for the first time in '92. We were all doing State Fair stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So say we were at a State Fair for like a month, which is bizarre, but we would be fucking carnivals. We would start cutting deals with the pizza guy. Like, yo, we'll announce your pizza on a mic if you give us some slices to save money and shit. But I would host one day, ride 2 days. Host one day, ride 2 days. We would rotate, and that's where I learned to kind of like be on a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the TV stuff came, I think it was MTV did their first event called MTV Sports and Music Festival in I want to say 96. And they wanted me to host it. And I was like, shit. I had never done any TV stuff before.
That's fucking dope.
And I just went for it. It was with Ice-T. No, was that year with Ice-T? I think it was. Me and him host. Yeah, I was like, fuck, let's go.
That's so fucking cool.
Let's go. And then after MTV, ESPN saw that. And ESPN said, hey, we got this new show we're coming out with called X Today. We want you to do it. Because they saw me on that show.
Yeah.
And then that lasted 5 years. And then I went to Fox with Wee Man. And then that lasted 3 years. And so then you just, all right, I'm in this game now.
Yeah.
It was never like, not to say this disrespectful, it was never a dream.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, but for me, I battled it, dude, because like I'd been riding all these years, and I didn't ride all these years to be known as a host.
Yeah.
So my whole time I'm still competing.
Yep.
So like people go, oh, you're done riding? I'm like, no, dude, this is helping me get sponsors and shit.
Yeah.
And like I like doing it, but it doesn't compare to bike riding.
Yeah.
But nowadays that the shows are gone, I'm like, damn, I need another show. You know what I mean? Never happy. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because most people don't compete and do shows. It's like after their career, I would like be at the X Games hosting and then go do my X Games run.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's
And then what led from that was ESPN goes, we wanted you to do radio.
Yeah.
So then I did radio for them while I was doing TV and writing. I did radio for 9 years for them. A podcast, a radio show. So it layered all this shit. So I was just firing all at once, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of personality.
Yeah. When you started riding at such a young age, did you ever think that just riding a bike could take you to places that you've been?
No, but I dreamed of it.
You did dream of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked earlier, like I'm from Kansas City and I love where I'm from, but I maxed out my, what my dream was, what I wanted to pursue.
You maxed out the potential there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to ride all year round.
Yeah.
And the weather was always rough, you know?
Yeah. That would suck.
And so, but I never like thought it would lead to TV and radio and film and a band and all these other things that you're doing. You just kind of keep branching off.
Yeah.
But it all goes back to riding. Like anything that I approach, I go, oh, it's like riding. Like, oh, okay, I slammed trying this trick, or I didn't know even if I could do this trick. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try this trick. And I fell a couple times, like, oh, I want to get that. And it's like, and then you open yourself up to a whole nother style of riding. It's like anything that I approach, I kind of take it with like riding, Like we were talking about stand-up comedy. I've been doing a lot of that lately. If you bomb, it's like, yeah, but with riding, you bomb all the time. So you got to like
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah. Or like tell a joke and no one laughs. You go, oh, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I'd be like, I'm choking. Man.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah. So how many years did it take from you first started riding to your first sponsor?
Awesome. Okay. I started riding in 82 about. And so it wasn't until I made like a paid sponsor, was from Airwalk. It was like $200 or something.
Yeah.
Or $300. And that was in 1990.
Now, was that for an ad or was it just to rock their shoes?
A year deal. At the time I lived in St. Louis and my rent was $300. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna get my rent paid for with a shoe sponsor.
Yeah.
And that was in 1996. So I rode like 14 years.
Wow.
Before I made a set. But we would go do shows.
Yeah.
So I'd work at a restaurant and then I'd be able to leave a couple weeks to do shows and then come back. So
what's that feeling of, because it's got to be the same sort of feeling that we get, like finally getting paid for what we love to do the most, that feeling of, holy shit, I could pay my rent.
Yeah. Nowadays, how can I say this? older dudes, they'll be like, dude, you didn't have it like we did. You know, we had to do that. I'm not like that. I'll talk about it and be like, do you know what it used to be like to get sponsored? I think it's rad that dudes could start earlier and have a career of something they love because I love it. You don't have to go with what I went through.
Yeah.
Because we were just from a different time. But I think it's rad to get paid for doing something you love to do. Some people don't know how to take it though.
For sure.
Because they think it's weird. Like, I'm making money. I'd be doing this anyways. And it's like, dude, don't be the bitter 50-year-old punk rocker.
For sure.
You know what I
mean? Yeah.
Dude, shut up. Leave me alone. Like, you chose that path.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because with us, you know, well, for me, it's like I'm not like looking to get rich. I'm not looking to get famous. All I want to do is just pay my bills with doing what we love to do. You know, because I don't consider this a job. I love it so much, and as long as my bills are paid, you know, and like, obviously I'll make sacrifices when I need to, if I need to go get like a get well job or something like that. But for me, the end goal is just being able to pay the fucking bills with doing what we love to do.
Yeah, getting rich and
getting rid. You know, but I honestly think you going into that kind of thing with that mindset, that shit will come because people see your work and they see the passion behind it, and if it's quality content or whatever thing you're doing, that shit will come eventually. Hey guys, Vinny here. Can you believe we have a sponsor? I sure can't. A bunch of degenerates like us getting a sponsor from one of the raddest coffee companies in the world. Dilf Coffee. I'm using it as a pillow right now. But it's honestly some of the best coffee that I've ever had. You know, I wake up in the morning, don't feel like doing shit, have no energy, don't want to go to the gym, don't want to do the dishes, don't want to clean my office, don't want to edit this podcast, because Lord knows no one else helps me. But go to dilfenergy.com. It gives you so much energy. It actually feels like you've smoked crack. DilfEnergy.com. Get yours today. Dilf. 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 Energy.com. Get yours today. It just takes patience.
Yeah.
You know, patience and like consistency, really.
Yeah. A lot of everything is consistency. Like, it's just like keep doing that thing over and over.
Yeah.
And also too, for what works for me is reinventing yourself. Yeah. Because like I competed 24 years straight, and people go, "You don't compete anymore." I'm like, dude, I'm doing something trying to get a different result. I feel like I'm going insane. Yeah. That's why I started a band. That's why I was looking up to this other stuff. But another thing that really helps a lot is staying genuine, because that shines through a lot more than I think if you just come at people because you want things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but everybody's doing their own thing. I just always try to keep it as genuine as I can. That like treat people like you treat yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, but reinventing is super important because they'll know, like, I have a lot of friends that competed forever. Mm-hmm. What's the afterlife of a competitive BMX vert pro?
Yeah.
There's not much.
Yeah.
You have to figure out you're either going to work for a company or you're going to, you know. So reinvention is always a good thing.
For sure. Now, were there, because growing up, you know, I was more interested in skateboarding, and that was like my main focus and stuff. And like I really love anything that involves action sports, really. But skateboarding was really it for me. Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly, was there ever sort of like beef between
100%?
Yeah, between BMXers, skateboarders, and stuff like that.
What was that like?
Yeah.
I mean, I was from Missouri, so all the skaters, we're talking like early 80s. So we're going to high school, and we didn't like I like football now, but I fucking hated that shit as a kid. But my son plays football, and I support him, and we train, and he's going on a 6th year, full tackle. I mean, he's really good at it.
Sick.
So I learned the game. I love the game. It's great. But as a kid, us skaters and BMXers and the outcasts, we all got along because we didn't like any of those fools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we didn't fight. We were like, oh, you skate? Cool. We didn't really, it wasn't really like this thing like, oh, you skate? We were just like, oh, let me check out this punk band. Oh, no way, let me check out that punk band. So Missouri was different. Some areas, people, you know, I've gotten vibed and stuff, but I'm going to ride anyways.
For sure, yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard for me. Like some people go, well, what do you think about scooters? Or what do you think about inline skating? And I go, well, if you love to do it, do it because everyone was telling me to stop riding.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck you, I'm going to keep riding. So it's hard for me to say, don't do that, do this. Because I don't think what I do is any better. It's just what I like to do.
Yeah.
I just kind of approach it like that. But it's been weird. But for the most part, honestly, the skate industry's always been pretty like open arms with me.
For sure, yeah.
Because I feel like my personality,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You were like featured in some of the Tony Hawk games and shit, right?
I was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I was
yeah.
in the American Wasteland, which was
Yeah.
a trip, dude.
What, dude, explain that. Like, explain how the opportunity presented itself, the feelings that you had during it, you know.
Man, well, okay, I met Tony in 1992.
Yeah.
And we did a state fair show in Detroit, and this tornado came through and shit, and Joan Jett was on a stage.
Oh, yeah.
And the fucking, as she was playing, the
There's
fucking,
a tornado.
the roof flew off. And I see Joan Jett fucking making a run for it with her guitar. And I was like looking at Tony like, what the fuck? I think he spun like a 5 and we got off the ramp, you know? Like, run for it, the wind's blowing and shit.
That's so good.
That's insane.
It was awesome. So we had been friends for a long time. And I did a lot of work with him with like Boom Boom Huck Jam.
Yeah.
And a lot of his skate park tours and stuff. But we had been friends years before that. So like me and Tony went to Australia in 1996 for Airwalk.
Yeah.
When I first got signed for a tour called the Big Day Out Tour. And Rage Against the Machine played, Rancid, Pornos for Pyros. It was like 30,000 people. And I went from like doing shows at like the pig races, or at State Fair next to the pig races, right? To like fucking Rage Against the Machine, right? This
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
own room? My own room?
Yeah.
What? $50 a day food money? You're out of your mind. This is awesome. So I'm just painting the picture that we were already buddies.
Yeah.
I was in Matt Hoffman's video game.
Yep.
Matt Hoffman Pro BMX 1
Yeah.
and 2. Same company did Tony's.
Yeah.
So we were all friends. And Activision said, hey, Tony, we want a biker. Tony said to use you in the game. And thinking back on it, it's like the raddest feeling at the time. It's the same feeling I have now. It's like we were already homies and I never expected that from him.
Yeah.
Always just stay genuine,
Yeah.
you know? And yeah, it's rad, dude. Like, and I show my kids and I'm thinking like they're going to be stoked. And they're like, fucking who cares, Dad? Like I bust out the PlayStation, I take something and says like, cool, can we play Fortnite now?
Fuck, dude.
God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't win. Fuck, I thought I'd save this shit to impress you.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk like those video games, and even like Matt Hoffman's games too. That was so huge in my childhood.
Yeah.
So I think
It really was.
Yeah, it was dope. I mean, honestly, I never thought I'd be in a skate video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or any video game.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, because it's
But
like
we were all friends too, and I was like, dude, you know, it was kind of one of those things where it wasn't like an expected thing. I just had no idea. It just was offered.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
It's so
But I
rad.
don't think I really thought about it until after the, you know.
Yeah.
You think now, like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though at the time it was cool.
Yeah.
It's even cooler now to be like, I forget the shit that you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel you on that.
I don't know. Sounds weird, but
Being a bike rider, was there any sort of resentment towards the skateboarding culture? Because like in my eyes, skateboarding progressed more as like a business and a whole culture, really. And BMX really, it was a lot slower, if any, right? And was there any sort of resentment towards the skateboarding world?
no.
Yeah.
No, I was inspired because I was friends. I saw it on a different level.
Okay.
Like, I was friends with Caballero, and I started to go like, okay, we're starting to get this attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to brand myself. I'm going to get my own logo. I'm going to come up with my own name. I'm going to dress my own way. I wanted to stand out and be different because that was my personality anyways,
Yeah.
like I said about reinventing. So I learned a lot from skateboarding. But at the same time, I have my own brain. And I have my own way of looking at things and my own way of like perceiving what I want to ride and how I want to dress and stuff. And skateboarding is so influential because it's like it's got the music, it's got the art, it's got, you know, one of the things that I'm most envious about skateboarding is how colorful it is because, you know, it's like skateboard decks is like a canvas.
Yeah.
And BMX it's tubing. So we could try all day to put graphics on a bike, but you can't really see them, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I was always inspired.
Yeah.
I never had a beef.
Yeah.
I was never like resentful by any means because I got more static from my own industry.
Gotcha.
I got more grief from my own industry than I did, like, say, skating or surfing.
Yeah.
And when I stepped into TV, I was like, okay, here's this TV host guy now, right? Mm-hmm. And ESPN's like, we want you to wear a blue denim shirt. We want you to hold a microphone and come up on some inline skates. Like, welcome to X Today. And I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Not happening.
That was like legit. They wanted you to do that.
I'm like, look, check it out.
No
I'm
fucking
the biker
way.
in black. I wear all black. I want a lavalier, and I'm on my bike.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. So I knew right away, like, I had to, like, be like, you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was a TV guy, and when I'd approach you and I didn't know you, like snowboarding, like, oh, here's a TV guy.
Yeah.
But I had credibility because I was a good bike rider and still competing. So I was able to build those relationships and respect in other industries.
Yeah.
Rather than just to do going, hey, these guys are extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your worst injury?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. So stick around. You know what I mean? I was more like, that's because they could relate to the hard work that they put into whatever. So with skateboarding, it was not an issue. What happened with me with BMX, I always remind myself this is an old story. Yeah. But this is what happened to me. I got a lot of popularity. Was on MTV Cribs, did Tony Hawk's video game, did all this shit, signature shoe with Vans, yada, 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 yada. And my industry got jealous of me. Because then they start comparing, like, well, he does these tricks, and I do these tricks, and why does that dude have this, and I don't? And it's like, well, I also have a personality, and you don't.
Yeah.
And I've been in this 20 years, and you have not.
Yeah.
So you figure out a way to kind of...
Yeah.
And so I dealt with a lot of grief with my industry, but I just told them all, like,
yeah, for sure. And I think that kind of goes with a lot of things, though. It's like, because there could be like a gnarly skater or somebody that does gnarlier stunts or whatever, but the personality isn't there.
Yeah, the personality has to fucking be there.
Yeah, people have to fucking like you. Yeah,
they're not going to make tons of other shows and do tons of things like that. Yeah, it has to be like you have to be likable.
Yeah,
be like someone that's relatable too. And like, or at least it's fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, being gnarly at whatever sport you're doing is great, but like, there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
Because
in that element of competing, you're a logo placement. Mm-hmm. So your logo, so the brands could go like, dude, we have X Games gold medalist to help get their product distributed. Like, oh wow, okay, there's a title to use. Mm-hmm. That's maybe what that's good for, but from a personality, personal, fashionable side of things, you know, nowadays everyone has Instagram and they're creating their own brand, per se, like their own image and stuff. But if I was sponsoring somebody, I would sponsor them because they're good, and they're good with people, but they're helping me sell my product. That's why you're sponsored.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it, you know. So those dudes didn't get the fact that, like, someone was just complaining to me the other day about this dude's so rad, he does these tricks, he works at a bike shop still, he has no sponsors. I was like, but it's more than the trick, man. You know, I'm just saying, you have to be able to hustle, you know.
Yeah,
and reinvent yourself.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, like, so. Yeah, I got a lot of grief, but I didn't care. I mean, I care. Actually, I let it bother me a lot.
Yeah,
I guess I just get. I get deep with that.
Yeah, I was watching one of your interviews last night, and you said something that made so much sense to me that I never really realized back in the day. Is like, I feel like one of the reasons skateboarding progressed so much faster was because of what you said, that there's skate shops everywhere. Specifically for skateboarding, and you don't get that kind of thing when it comes to BMX. You usually have to order your parts from magazines or the internet or whatever, and those are so far and few between. And didn't those magazines and stuff kind of like fade away slowly? Absolutely. And I mean, ever since I got into BMX, it was mellower. I mean, BMX is just a smaller sport. It makes so much sense,
but it just has. It just is. I'm not knocking it.
For sure.
Stating facts. I think that skateboarding is a leader. There's leaders in the game. They lead things. They take things in their own hands. They build DIY spots like Burnside. They don't wait to be like, can I ride here? Man, will let me ride here?
Yeah. Yep.
That might have been me back as a kid until I started building my own ramps going. And then dudes just show up like, you didn't even help. You know, you want to ride this scene. You want to, what I like about is, and BMX does too. I'm not shitting on my sport. Okay. Anyone out there listening? But all I noticed about skating is they take things in their hands and they lead things. They start organizations. They start things that for their sport. They might not like each other, but it's about the sport. That's what it feels like from the outside.
Yeah.
And in our sport, opportunities are a lot thinner. So dudes are competitive in a lot of different ways about like getting slices of the pie and getting their fair share of what they think is theirs. Or there's this industry that isn't very lucrative, meaning like you have to get, you know, some Don Wapo, RIck Thorne, so you get some hot sauce. or Monster or like sponsors to help you in our world, because people buy bikes. Man, it's crazy to think of this, but people buy bikes like it's American made and it better not break. Well, there's no money in that.
Yeah.
You can break the skateboards, you go through like water.
Yeah.
People buy them to collect them.
Yeah.
Just like, because it's artistic, it's different. Our world's different. So as much as BMX tries to be like skating in the industry wise, it's apples and oranges just because of the logistics of like, there's a lot more components on a bike, where you're getting the parts made, the complete bikes. And I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just, this is cheaper and more accessible.
And a lot more ready available for kids, you know?
And skate parks, you can't ride here, you can't ride there.
How much does like a complete even cost for a bike? Like a
few $100.
few hundred? Yeah.
But that's for a cheapie, low end.
That's for low end too.
Yeah.
But like Colt Bikes makes really good bikes that are like hip for kids.
Yeah.
I don't ride for them. They're friends of mine. Chris Cole's part owner of that company. Skater.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And so their bikes are like, you know, kind of fashionable and stylish for kids. They're not like Walmart bikes or whatever.
Yeah.
That suck and are heavy. But I mean, as much as BMX tries to be, I'll probably get some shit for this, but I'll just say it. As much as they try to be like skateboarding and influenced, which I think is great, let life influence you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things out there to be influenced by. I just think that the lifestyle is so appetizing for us bike riders, because we do ride the same stuff, similar, you know, half pipes and street and rails. And so there's a lot of similarity there. It's just the industries they're just different in numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
From the amount of people that do it to the amount of revenue it makes. On down the line. Yeah.
Do you with the new generation of riders, do you see, because with skateboarding, you see these young kids fucking like from 10 years ago even, like they're just doing these things that are just like back then you thought were just impossible. Yeah. Is there a new generation of kids that are riding BMX that are
BMX wise?
Yeah, that are pulling off tricks that you thought were just, it was impossible.
9-10-year-old kids are killing it with like triple bar spins and like
crazy.
No, dude, like toe whipping boxes and flares and all kinds of shit. And I think like there's an industry there. So as a parent, you're like, well, you could maybe become a pro athlete in this. Yeah. Back in the day, I was like, what are you doing? Go work at the factory, kid.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I BMX. You know what I mean? It was different. But yeah, kids are, and plus people see it, and there's, and the Instagram helps a lot.
For sure.
And you know, you're able to, like I said, create your own deal, put your own videos up and stuff. And people could be interested in you. You get noticed easier.
Yeah.
And sponsors just on Instagram and shit for riding. And all that kind
a
of
brand
stuff.
ambassador. Or whatever.
be an influencer, brand ambassador, whatever. Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to save money, go to a contest, do good in the contest, hope you win, got a photo in the magazine. If you got a photo in the magazine, you'd Xerox that shit. You start to go to more contests, you start to build a resume of like, I got 5th here, I got 8th there, Here's a photo of me from a magazine. Xerox it, send it in. Who am I going to send it to? Got to call them. Hey, who's the team manager? Yeah, who are you? Go fuck yourself. I ride BMX. Yeah, whatever. All right, well, what's the address? All right, boom. Send something across your fingers. That's what I did. 6 months later, dude, my first like sponsor was Power Bar, bro. But they put me on a photo incentive program. They said you wear the hat and the shirt, get a little photo, it's like $50. Half a page is $75. Full page is $100. So I got on the phone, Ride Magazine. Yo, next contest, shoot me with my Power Bar hat on. Power Bar hat. BMX Plus Power Bar hat coming at you.
Yeah.
So they did it in the news. RIck Thorne, Power Bar. $50. Send it in. Wait 3 months for $50. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's the fucking grind, bro. Nowadays it's like, dude, just do some smoke in the background, stand there like, yeah, hold your bike. People are like, do you want to ride for our water company?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you lucky little bastards. I don't want to hear any crying out there, okay? Gotta wear pads at this park. Shut up.
It's crazy how social media, it's fucking insane how social media has such, it could blow somebody up. No, it's dope. It's super dope. I mean, obviously, I owe a lot of what I've done because of social media.
Us.
Yeah.
Even this podcast, people were able to reach out and watch it and check us out and stuff. So
yeah, it's really cool.
But I just want to be clear, anyone out there, and I always like to say this, I'm not shitting on my sport.
For sure.
And I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that it's very influential.
Yeah.
Because we want to have that same kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And but in order to do that as a bike rider, you have to do a number of other things.
Yeah.
It's just a different grind. And whatever, life goes on. You just do you.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. I was pretty sad though when I felt like, I had dudes do print ads making fun of me in my industry that I knew for like 20 years. And I'm like, dude, you got to go to that level to sell bikes. Like, it was because I had so much going on.
Yeah.
That there was like a lot of jealousy. I was riding for famous.
Yeah, they probably
out with Travis 24/7.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're Hollywood.
Sell out.
It's like, dude, like I'm a grown ass man. I've worked for this, and I let it bother me. What I learned, I'd bringing this up, is I let it bother me too much.
Yeah.
Which made my life worse. Mm-hmm. And then I lost my personality. My wife, for the third one, she left. Maybe I had too, I don't know, big of a penis or something. And then
I don't know what that's like. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm a comedian nowadays. I can tell stand-up. This is stand-up, man. No, I'm kidding. And so at the time, I felt like, dude, I'm isolated. I got let go of this house I worked my whole life for. The banks came at it. I had to file bankruptcy so they wouldn't take it in foreclosure. I had to start completely over. I got rid of everything in the house, moved in a little 900 square foot apartment, 2 kids, 2 dogs and a cat. No one got left behind. And I have my kids about 80% of the time. What am I going to do? This is what I've done my whole life. Like, oh shit. Like, got to sweat it out. I got to grind this out. I got to figure it out. And that's where I learned how to really start to shift gears with reinventing. Like trying to figure out something different. And you know what saved my life through all that? I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs. I've never done drugs. And I've never been a big drinker. I rode. I got a GoPro and I went out and started shooting photos of myself just to kind of, you were saying earlier, like you guys came together and these projects you work on keep you alive. And every day I'd go, all right, I'm going to shoot a photo somewhere. Yeah. And that'd be my mission. And that was my little project for the day. Yep. That's what I love about Instagram is you're able to like set goals. Mm-hmm. Like you say, you learned a trick the other day. If I didn't have Instagram, not to say I wouldn't learn it, but that pushes me. For sure. Yeah. It gives you motivation to fucking do it. Yeah. Like, dude, check it out. You do this shit. And it gives you an incentive to like go, all right. Yep. And that's what's kind of saved my life at the time. Not that I was suicidal or wanted to kill myself or anything like that. It's just I was depressed. Yeah. Like, oh, this industry that I love so much is coming at me. She left. The house is gone. I got these kids. I shifted income. Fuck, man. And then I go on the street and people are like, no way, dude, it's you. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm broke. Yeah. No, at the time I was. At the time I seriously was. I was like, dude, this is tough. Yeah. But you had to stay on it, and don't give up. Yeah. So I'm glad I went through. It'd be a sick book or a movie or something.
Yeah, you should. You definitely should.
Movie
write
action,
that out.
Explosions.
Make it into something, dude.
It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
There'd be a part in the movie though where I had to get like a penis reduction.
It's like a major plot point. I don't want to do it. Doctor, you got
no, you have to do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
It's too big.
No, she loves me regardless.
She doesn't. It's like what the
Yes.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
I wanna touch because you mentioned even before we started recording.
I get too deep for this.
No, I love it.
Good.
No, I fucking love
have
it.
fun and shit.
No,
then here
great.
comes
we're about to talk.
serious Bmx'er. I do manuals and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Paul Blart.
Yeah, we're talking about Paul Blart.
Yeah, let's play.
Let's go.
That, dude.
Dude, that's another.
Yeah.
What a trip. Okay, I went on an audition and they said, we want you to take over the mall. I was like, get on the ground and kill you all. I'm like, cool, you got a call back. I'm like, oh, cool. So then the director, that's the director, the producer, everybody's at the room full of people. We take over the mall. All right, motherfuckers, stand on the ground. They're like, you're hired. I'm like, cool.
Sick.
And then they're like, I had no idea until we did a table read that I was like, wow, there's Mike Escamilla. Yeah. There's Mike Vallely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's Jason Ellis. Like, Started to put two and two together. Like, is this a cameo?
Yeah.
I thought I went in as like cool because I had done XXX.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because I interviewed Vin Diesel for our show at the Philly X Games, as he was trying to understand the X culture.
What? No way.
So I interviewed him for X today, and he's super cool. And he's like, "You want to be in the film?" I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
So then I was like, "That's how I got in that."
Was XXX the first film that you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I had no experience at all at acting.
Yeah.
I just winged it, but we were playing off ourselves. So it was,
Yeah.
And then I got into acting school and did some other films, and then here comes Mall Cop. And so then the day before I'm leaving, they're like, "Oh, you got to bring your bike." So like all the other guys had planned out stunts.
Yeah.
I had no idea I was even riding in the thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like,
Fuck.
all right. And so I didn't really get to plan like a riding stunt because the other guys that were already in before me.
Yeah.
So I just said, okay, cool. So my only concern was like, damn, I hope this isn't another like just cameo.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to act, and do other shit.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be rad. Kevin James came in, he shook everyone's hand, knew everybody's name. Hey,
Fuck
Rick
yeah.
Thorne, nice to meet you. I was like, damn, like, have we met before?
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he seems really nice.
Yeah.
Has
super.
acting been something that you've always been interested in, even before
Yeah.
XXX? Yeah.
And comedy.
Yeah.
They were talking about that, but everything as a kid.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with all of
Yeah.
it. So Mall Cop was cool because we filmed 6 weeks inside of a mall in Boston, and we would be up all night. It was sick. We were on.
You just got to just be in the mall like all fucking night. And
That's
shit.
so sick.
So dope.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
so
cool.
sick.
And then the thing about acting is that if you don't have like the right time, like if you're SAG and you don't have the right amount of rest time and they call you in, you get a forced call in, which is like, $500
Yeah.
That went on for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? First call in. Oh no,
Yeah.
again.
They have to pay me money.
And we get to eat filet mignon at 3 in the morning. What?
Yeah. Did you have any
I wanna go
other films after Mall Cop?
I did Accepted. It's funny. There was a thing where
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Accepted, and then I did a crazy story. Do you remember those two comedians? Man, what's their name? There was a show called White Tea. And do you remember the guy, an old school, the black comedian, and he has a brother, and they're twins?
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Both of those guys were in a movie called White Tea. Mm-hmm. And I was out riding on Sunset.
Yeah.
And they were filming at the Roxy, and they recognized me, and they put me in the film.
Oh, sick. Oh, yeah.
And I was in the film with this girl from Glee. I forget her name. And I was like, it's just random.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
I didn't
random.
try out.
Yeah.
And I was just
Just happened to see you and like
play a little hillbilly part. But I'm filming actually a new pilot right now for a show called Run Boys, and it's a TV series. The pilot's almost done. Hopefully it gets picked up. It's basically about like all the drugs and violence and crime that goes on in the IE with street bikes, and it's kind of like a Mayans meets a what's the other big one?
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
But different.
Yeah.
And
Sick.
it's pretty sick, dude. Like,
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
I love that
Do
kind
you
of
do you
stuff.
write too? Like,
I didn't write anything.
No, okay.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So acting. So back to Mall Cop. It was dope, dude. Because then I was like, oh, okay, this. You still didn't know. Like, I guess I've just walked through life and didn't realize how much what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
We were just doing it, and we were stoked
Yeah.
to be there, and didn't know what the outcome would be. And that outcome of that movie just was such a success.
Oh yeah.
It was just like, but when we're filming it, we didn't be like, this is going to be a success.
Yeah.
I was no disrespect. I was just like,
you're
this is
like,
cool
oh,
to be
this
here.
is a
This is
movie.
rad. Just
Yeah.
gotta
I mean,
do
I
stuff.
feel like anybody who's creating anything, they don't know in the moment that this is
Yeah.
it could be a success, whether it be songwriting or creating content or Bmx'er or whatever. You know, I think they're just doing it because they have the passion for it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's just like,
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Mall Cop was cool. I wanted to be a Mall Cop too. I don't know what happened.
wait, was there a Mall Cop too?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I honestly didn't watch
I
it.
didn't even know that.
My name was Cupid, bro.
so sick.
What's cool about Mall Cop though is it's like a Christmas kind of movie.
Yeah.
So it gets played quite a bit in the Christmas time.
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot actually.
Yeah. It's cool, man. It was fun, and you know what? It's being on the set's always fun.
Has your kids have your kids seen Mall? Yeah.
The thing is, I never told my kids anything I did, and they just kind of found out on their own. So one day my son comes home and goes, "Hey, Dad, someone at school is saying you're in a movie." I was like, "Yeah, what movie?" Show him. He's like, "Oh, cool. Where's Fortnite?" No, I'm just kidding.
do they understand? Like, do your kids understand the caliber though? Like, dude, you're a fucking legend, bro. You know, like, do they not yet? They don't.
No, I think they do, but like I'm their dad.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
annoying and
It's
shit.
like-
I preach to them too much.
Yeah.
Probably. Shut up, Dad.
You have a son and a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do any of them have any interest in BMX?
No, my daughter plays lacrosse and surfs, and he's full on eat, lives, and breathes football.
Okay. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like he trains 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Got him training with these quarterbacks. Got him speed training this day. He's gonna be. He wants to be held back and do 8th grade again. Because if he graduates high school, he'll be 17.
Yeah.
I'll say, "Can you go pro?" He'll go, yeah.
Yeah.
College, he can make it college, no problem. He's got straight A's.
That's rad.
He's driven with this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, cool. So maybe he just picked up on the mentality of like, don't give up.
Yeah.
Not like, because people bug out and they're like, your kid don't ride. I was like, dude, I'm a bike rider. Like,
Yeah.
like if I didn't make it and I really wanted to be a pro bike rider, then I'd be like, get on and ride there, son.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, I don't even know if I would be that way anyways.
Yeah.
Just find your own shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like your kids taking like the same mentality that you had, like just being like fucking not giving up and like applying that to something else. That's a fucking huge accomplishment. You know, that's fucking sick too. You know?
Yeah.
Even though they're not riding, like who cares? Like they're like, you know,
It's crazy.
That's
Like
fucking dope.
he'll do one weekend. He did a camp for 2 weekends,
Yeah.
a clinic at Sierra Canyon High School, and then came home each day after being there 4 hours and started lifting weights. Because he's 13, so he's able. So he'll work out and then he'll take a break and do some sit-ups. I'm not telling him to do that.
Yeah.
I told him come up with your own program because that practice is one thing, but what you do on your own time is really what's going to matter.
Yeah.
And just figuring it out. So yeah.
That's sick, dude.
But yeah, people all the time are like that.
Yeah.
Kid don't ride him. I hope not.
What I want to touch base on.
Don't go ride BMX, son. Don't do it. Your dad's been through hell with these bastards. Don't do it. Stay at home, Tony.
What I want to touch base on, and we talked a little bit before we started filming, was how you weren't into drugs or alcohol until you're 27, right?
Yeah. Well, no drug. I've never done any drugs, meaning like acid or speed or crack or coke or any of that stuff or heroin.
Probably smoked weed before. Maybe.
A few times.
I partake to weed. Yeah.
I could count on my hands how many times I've smoked weed. I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah.
But I'm not against.
Yeah.
But drinking, I didn't drink till I was 27. But it wasn't like I'm like, no, I'm crazy. I was just like, I wanted to be out. I don't want anyone back home to take this the wrong way or take it personal where I'm from. But I wanted out. I wanted something bigger for myself. I was competing. I was busting tables at Olive Garden. I did that shit for 7 years straight. I didn't fucking like to do it. I needed to make money. I wanted out. And I saw people around me that were stuck in a situation because they were partying. And I didn't think I was any better. I wasn't like, well, I found bike riding, so ha ha ha. There's nothing like that. I just was like, I want something out of my life. And no one told me that shit. I just said it to myself.
Yeah.
There's nothing that, you know, because when I say I don't party and stuff, like people see me and they're like, and they trip out. Like, you've never done, because they see me on TV all hyper. Like, yo, what up? Well, here, check us out. This guy's on crack. You know what I mean? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And they would bug out, no. And then people won't call you and shit because they think you're just, I'm not partaking.
Yeah.
But, like, if someone's obviously hurting themselves, I'll be like, yo, dude, probably should help you need some help.
Yeah.
But I've also been pushed away at times because of that.
Yeah.
Because they think you're a certain way. I'm preaching and shit. Like, dude, you really shouldn't be smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. I mean,
but I'm not condoning like saying go out and do all these drugs and shit.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like people judged me a lot because they thought I was a partier, and then when they realized I wasn't, they didn't want to hang out as much.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like.
It's always annoying when people don't want to, like, oh, we're not going to hang out with you because like, you don't do this. Right?
Yeah.
I've been on both ends. It's like, I don't want to hang out with you because you do drugs. I don't want to hang out with you because you don't either. So
yeah, I'm not saying I want to hang out with someone that's mad speeding. I'll be like, dude,
yeah.
quit moving this bottle around, bro. Like, what are you doing? Why are you popping your jaw? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know however this sounds. I'm not trying to sound in any way better than at all, because I'm not.
I think it's fucking super interesting and pretty rad that, because like being in the world that you're immersed in, it's full of partying, right? It's full of like.
In the beginning, it wasn't.
No,
dude. BMX in the day was like straight, like it was like. I don't know if it's stick and ball, if that's the word, but it was straight. Like, in other words, like, if you were smoked or some shit, like cigarettes, people would be like, nah, he's not sponsored.
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Kind of, yeah. It was like a very kind of like, if you did party, it wasn't really like in the open.
Yeah, you had like hide it and shit.
And then it went, I always joke about this.
Yeah.
I always go, dude, when I started riding and shit, there were stoners and jocks. All of them hated us. Stoners hated us. Jocks hated us. Then I was like, wait a second. That's the two industries of BMX.
yeah.
You got your jocks over here for the contest, and you got your stoners in there. I'm fighting what I fucking hated.
Yeah.
Everybody's stoners and jocks now.
Yeah. That's really interesting, because like
it's pretty funny. I say it was just fun though.
Yeah, I find that fucking really interesting, because like growing up, I grew up in like the early 2000s, you know, and that's when I really started to be interested in the action sports world and skateboarding specifically.
And that's when it was booming.
That's what it was booming. Yeah, it was fucking booming. And really, it was like, if you look back at like the Baker videos or whatever, you know, it's like it was just sex, drugs, and rock and roll and skateboarding, you know, and that's what fucking sells.
It does.
Yeah, and unfortunately it sells, and then people, and then kids like me watching it at such a young age, you know, it's like, I want to do what these guys are doing. I want to live that life. I want to do that. And somebody like me takes it to the extreme, and I just become a fucking straight.
Living in a porta potty.
I end up
living the dream, bro.
True story. Living in a porta potty.
Really?
True story. Yeah. For 2 years.
It is sort of funny though now.
Yeah. Living in a porta potty for 2 years. You know, like, but dude, I was comfortable. You know, like
he had Netflix on his phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I looked at it. You know, I was completely comfortable as long as I had.
How the fuck did you lay down in a porta potty?
It was handicap size.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
I know you had a double wide porta potty.
Yeah, it was dude. It was a fucking.
Holy shit!
And I might save my rent money to look into doing that shit.
Like fucking duct taping all of those together. Fucking.
Dude, duct tape and cut the walls out.
Yeah, dude.
You have a his and hers bathroom. Hey, so wait, let me ask you this: would they come and change this shit out?
No. So I found a porta potty that was in a park that was never used. And so
then you didn't shit or piss in it.
No, I mean
No, he's like, I shouldn't piss.
No, I mean there were times where I did piss in it, but like most of the time I would go use like the Dunkin' Donuts down the street.
I knew you were gonna say Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
I fucking knew it, dude.
Yeah, it was.
That's what keeps America going.
Yeah, exactly.
That's their slogan.
Yeah.
East Coast, like Dunkin' is so much more popular than Starbucks and shit.
Yep.
Like.
Yeah, every
out there with the
out here it's like every corner you see a Starbucks. Out there it's every corner is a Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
But isn't that their slogan? We keep America.
Yeah,
moving?
I'm pretty sure we keep America going. Or America runs on Dunkin'. Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, that's pretty fucking rad though, because
that's rad. You lived in a porta potty, huh? And you're here now, dude. That's the stories I love.
Yeah,
I love
thanks,
that shit.
Man.
Worked for it.
It's been since then, it's been a hell of a fucking ride, to say the least.
I identify with people working for things because I had to work for things.
Yeah.
And I've learned to appreciate those things.
Yeah.
That you have. Even this interview, like I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Always.
Dude,
always. You, man.
Yeah. It's dude, every day I'm so grateful for the things that I've been given, the opportunities that I've been given. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that because dude, a lot of it like fell on my lap. You know, meeting Zach fell on my lap. Becoming his filmer fell on my lap. But since then, I've busted my ass to keep it going. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I almost had something to prove. You know what I mean? And
you saw the opportunity that was presented to you, and you acted on it.
Yeah.
And you fucking ran with it, dude.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have opportunities that come their way, and they're like, nah, they don't think they can do it, or they don't act on it, or they don't have the confidence, or they're just, you know, for some reason or another they don't.
Yeah. It's
I think everybody has opportunities that pop up in their life.
Yeah,
you know?
it's fucking wild to me, man. You know, or even sitting down with you today, you know, it trips me out because I grew up watching guys like you, watching guys like Andy, watching like having pictures of Steve-O on my wall, you know, and then now I'm
Now
in
like,
you know, now we're friends with these people. It blows my fucking mind.
Well, we all have the same mentality, bro. And listen, you said something about in the 2000s about partying and shit. If you did that back in the day, there was no opportunities.
Yeah.
At least in like I talked to some of the old school skaters, and they were selling mad skateboards in the early 80s. Like, bro, they were living good.
Yeah.
They've been living good since they started. But BMX is never that way. So I'm like, dude, if I party like with the little money I have, I'm trying to save for this contest, then I'm not going to be able to go to that contest. So I was like, I'll just go to the contest, you know? Yeah. So it was different. And like, so I saw dudes once we got popular start living a lifestyle you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I saw dudes fall off because of stuff.
Yeah, they blow it away, dude. It's like,
because you don't think you think it's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
And it can.
Yeah.
If you're able to just like I said, keep reinventing.
Yeah.
You can stay in. A perfect example for reinventing. It's not even anyone that's in our sport or anything. It's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, 100%.
He does everything, dude.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's a brand.
Yeah.
Snoop's a brand, bro.
Yeah.
And that's
He
kind of
literally
what
does everything. It's insane.
I feel like, not at that level, but I caught on to that a while ago, that I wanted to be my own brand and be able to like sit here at this podcast as a bike rider with skaters and be able to have a conversation, or go into the bike world, or go into the music world, or go into the comedy world, and be able to hold your own and hang out and stuff, and take that brand, which is me, to that, to this, to that. And I started to look at it that way differently.
It's funny that you say that, because a couple days ago you made a post that I commented on about, like, I was like, damn, dude, that really hit, you know, because
about wanting to be better.
About wanting to be better, right? And I feel like right now, even for you too, you know, I feel like we're in this moment of time where we're trying to figure out new directions to go and new ways to rebrand ourselves, and trying to put our hands into different pots, you know what I mean? And lately it's the past couple weeks, like, even though we're doing all this rad shit, you know, we're filming a TV show, our one of our friends just put us in Forbes. We had like this couple like sentence article in Forbes where
I think I saw that. Did you post that?
Yeah. And we're still doing all this shit, but still, like, I've been getting like a little bit discouraged, and I haven't even told you this, you know, because I feel like I need to rebrand myself, and I feel like it's very uncomfortable because you don't know what's going to happen. It's like having to be comfortable with the uncomfortability is key, you know, and
don't fuck with your head.
Dude, it's been fucking with my head lately.
Yeah, but if it does, just be what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then it'll run its course, and then you'll know, like, oh, I should shift something up.
Yeah.
And then like, shift it up.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
because like I started to think, I'm like, fuck, dude, like, this stunt shit, it's not going to last forever.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Like, the thing is, though, we have opportunities now where, like, we can do this, you know, ride out the stunt stuff, but also at the same time you need to be working on other stuff that isn't stunt related.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the main thing with me. Like, I was in Jackass, and like, I have things lined up, like other shows and stuff where I'm like doing stunt related stuff. But the thing is, like, I don't only want to do that, you know. I want to like act. I want to do that's why I'm doing. I'm starting to do stand up now. I'm starting to branch out into other things, and I want to start acting as well. Yeah. I want to, like, you know, I do little skits and stuff on my social media, and that's just like for right now, but I have other stuff, you know, there's so many other things you can branch out and do, and, like, you know, start working, like, doing work in that part of entertainment, not just fucking hurting ourselves. Yeah. You know?
That's a huge reason why I want to start doing stand up, you know, because I saw you do it, and you made it, even though it was your first time, dude, you made it look easy. That's dope, even though like, I know you so well.
Check you out, dude. Let's do a show together, bro.
Let's
go, bro.
Like I know you so well, so I was able to tell that you were nervous, you know?
Yeah.
But like, even that made me just want to be like, fuck, dude, like, I need to try something new. I need to, like.
You got to strike while it's hot, though, straight up.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the, I mean, speaking of Jackass, you're in the #1 movie in the world.
Yeah.
So you could sit on that and be like, cool, or you could be like, I'm going to do other stuff and build off of it.
Yeah. And that's what he's been doing.
But I know you are.
Definitely,
That's dope. But I'm saying that goes back to, like, why riders or skaters might not make it, because you get this X Games thing going, right? And then you got to act on it. You got to do something else.
Yeah.
And so you're not afraid. You got to be not fearless about it, you know?
Yeah. You have to try things that make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like it's gonna happen. You have to do it, otherwise you're never gonna like go farther than you were.
Yeah,
Dude, last night when I was, he wants me to write up like a 5-minute bit for stand up, right? So last night
I was like, you need 5 minutes at least.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I was like, I'll put like eventually like I can like put you on one of the shows I end up doing because I'm getting asked to like curate, like make some shit, like do like my own shows and stuff.
You could do a tour. I could see you doing a tour.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And so I was here by myself. I had this mic in my hand, and I was pacing back and forth in my living room, just working on this bit, and like just thinking of myself in front of, even if it's 10 people, it scares the shit out of me.
I'm telling you, bro. These open mics, you should go.
I'm going to. Yeah.
It's right down the street, bro.
Last night I came home, and
one is literally down the street.
Yeah.
Last night I came home and I saw his notebook just out and with all these jokes written out. And then he had the microphone without the cord on it was just there. And I was like, oh, how cute. He was working on it.
Yeah. Dude, I was literally like, I was pacing back and forth with the microphone. It's like trying to practice stage presence, you know what I mean? Making sure the mic's in front of my hand because like I take... Even though like I love what I do, I take everything very serious. You know, and I want it to be perfect. And
well, I'll tell you this much, and you probably know from doing stand up now, you may think a joke's funny.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
and then and like I'll laugh because like we're homies, but they're not your homies. So that joke won't work, and you'll be like, and they're like, nah. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah.
What about Steve-O? You do anything with Steve-O?
Not yet.
Sure
not like comedy wise. No, I haven't yet. We just did it. I was on one of those videos for his YouTube recently. But yeah, we're gonna make more YouTube stuff and like I'm
just saying like comedy shows.
Oh, comedy wise, like I haven't really even like reached out about that. I told him that I did stand up the other day. And he was like stoked on it. We'll see what happens.
Steve-O's a great dude.
Yeah, no, he's fucking great. I love him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. But he's like he was probably like the first dude that I could think of in like action sports, kind of like that vibe that did stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like he's killing it with what he's doing. Yeah, I mean it's dope.
He's fucking funny. Yeah. I met him a long time ago, and we were at this club, and he's like, Rick, some people don't understand what I do, but I'm here just to make people laugh. They go to work and they might not like their job, or then I just give them that moment for them to escape. And I was like,
I love that.
I like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's a cool way to look at things,
Yeah, Steve-O is somebody who I look up to, not just in the entertainment world, like just a person in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole sobriety thing, like everything. He's like,
that's cool.
Yeah,
man. Well, yeah, you guys know you're on the path. You'll get this stand up, dude. Like, and don't be discouraged if you write a joke and you're planning it here and you get up there and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just realize
it happens. It
happens
definitely
to the
happens.
best.
Like sometimes, like first night I went up at the Comedy Store for the goddamn comedy jam, and they asked me to come back the next night for a different show. And dude, and like most of the audience left by the time I went up there because like they had all these like heavy hitters first.
Oh, so you went up after the heavy hitters?
I went up, like way late, and then fucking audience was just like they were like. And dude, they were just like tired, like annoyed. I'm coming up with excuses why they didn't laugh. Dude,
I read their minds. Like, I could tell by looking at him, like he did a 2-hour shift or double time. She didn't have any sleep.
It was like the worst audience members ever. And then also, I just was like not on my. This went my second time, but I bombed. Like it wasn't great. But then like the first time I did it, like I sort of killed it. And then the third time, like recently, like I killed it. I pretty much did really well again.
Yeah.
Also,
so, but I know I'm gonna bomb. There's gonna be other times I bomb, obviously. But yeah.
I mean, but that's how you learn, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember one time I was doing a stand up and I was like, dude, I'm choking right now. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I actually said it. Threw the mic down.
Yeah. No,
I quit this shit. And I go home and be like, dude, you're not a quitter, Thorne.
Yeah.
You're special. People like you.
Yeah.
Get up on stage. But I'm like, I'm going to get back in this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, if someone doesn't laugh, tell you a good thing about comedy is if you're having fun, the people watching are having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like I was in a weird headspace that second time I went up. And I was like, dude, like, I don't know. I'm not in a good mental headspace. So I don't think I seemed like I was even having fun either. And it was just fucking weird.
There was like
a little bit of laughing, though, but it was just like, because, I mean, some of it was funny, but it was just like, I feel like I was just being even weirder than I usually am. So I was just like, oh, great. I'm like overthinking everything. Like, I was like, motherfucker, dude.
Sounds like me when I got married. I'll think
Yeah.
Standing up here like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeez, what am I
Literally,
doing?
there was one part where I was just standing there like this. I literally did that. Like, everyone's like, dude, the fuck is this?
They're like,
I
dude,
thought this guy was in the #1 movie in America. Fuck, dude.
they're like, dude, my meter's up and I'm getting a ticket over this shit. I'm out of here.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Fucking, before we end this, Vinny, when was the first? Do you remember the first time you ever like, or have you ever like done like a bike jump when you were a kid?
Yeah.
The first time where you got like big air.
Yeah.
Remember how that felt?
So
Tell me that
it
story.
wasn't Big Air.
Like what kind of
okay,
air? Did it
so
feel big?
In your head, though, you probably was
Yeah,
big.
yeah,
Dude, I
100%.
just cleared the Grand Canyon and
Like,
shit.
dude, I was always the kid in my neighborhood. Like I was like the only fat kid that would hit the bike jumps that the neighborhood kids would set up, and it was gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, I was pretty gnarly.
So
You had some form on that on that bike of Jackass.
I don't know. I love that feeling about like just when you, even though I wasn't that high in the air, I felt like I was fucking like up there. I don't get off the ground much.
Yeah.
So like
That's
when
sick.
I'm in the air, I fucking love that feling. That shit's so dope.
yeah. So BMX, specifically dirt jumping, was something I tried before I fell in love with skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I remember begging my mom to buy me Dave Muir bike.
Yeah.
And I begged her, dude, because back then they're expensive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she bought she bought it for me, you know, and all my friends.
I begged for one of those bikes too.
Yeah. And
Miras?
yeah.
I never got one of those. I never got one of the fucking Hoffman ones or whatever his brand's called.
Because, dude, when I was
got a Mongoose one, so
I might be able to get you bikes from Hoffman.
No, that would be dope.
Okay, hold on your thought real quick. I rode for Matt for 10 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
When he first started his company, for the first 10 years,
Yeah.
and then I branched off to a couple other companies, and now I'm back on Hoffman again.
Oh,
that would be
sick.
sick.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Matt's okay, you know, Matt's been in every Jackass, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just talked to him the other day, because Jeff was hanging out with him, because I think Jeff went through Oklahoma. And I saw him post that, and I was like, dude, are you in I thought he was in California.
Yeah.
He's like, no, he came here. So I could probably get you bikes from Matt.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, that would be
so
sick.
rad.
Yeah, I'll call him after here.
Yeah. Yeah, because, dude, when I was that young,
Yeah.
I was I've always been a piece of shit, but I was like a spoiled little brat, and I would always be like, I would always be like, Mom, I need the best. You know what I mean? Like, even when it was coming like down to skateboarding, like, no, I need the World Industries. I don't want a Walmart board. You know what I mean? And she ended up, you know, my mom spoiled me because whatever, but and so she yeah.
I got kids, bro. Trust me.
And
But I make them walk. No,
like, and I tried my first dirt jump, and I ate shit.
That's
like
great.
ate shit, and it was
I love
tiny.
that
It
for
was
you.
fucking. It was tiny. It was a tiny dirt jump. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I ate shit, and I was just like, no, this isn't for me.
Welcome to BMX, bro.
Yeah.
So I would like. Did you go over the handlebars or?
No, I didn't go over. I didn't fall back. I nutted on the bar.
Oh, that's always great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would always like. I would never go over the handlebars. I would always like. Sort of like how I did with the dirt bike, like the little bike jump in the movie.
Kind of looping out a bit.
Yeah, I'll like be like. I would sort of like almost land right, but then I would like fly off the bike and I land, you know? That would happen to me all the time. Fucking
Dude.
Yeah,
That's right, you guys rode.
I had this one I think it was in there were like these plastic like kicker ramps.
I know
that were,
exactly what you're talking
popular,
about, yeah.
like in like the early 2000s or whatever. Like I remember you could buy them in like Toys R Us and
Yep.
shit. They were like X Factor or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like you
You
fucking
hit them
yeah.
in the little plastic fucking
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember we would take
Those shits would move though.
yeah,
Yeah,
they would move a
yeah.
lot. So like we would like I remember I got one like a bigger one than everyone else had. And I was like, this is so sick. Like I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna like even jump this. But like we stacked it. We like put it into the dirt and then we stacked it up. We put stuff under it to make it even higher. And like all these kids were jumping it in the neighborhood. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, Zach, I don't think you should do
I'm
this.
gonna
And, like,
do it.
It was like a bunch of older kids, you know. And I was like, I'm doing it, and I fucking, and instead of like bunny hopping like everyone else was, dude, I would just have to go as fast as possible to like get air. So I went, and like it was from like a curve, it was like a curve around sidewalk where we were coming from, and I just like went as fast as, I went like down the block, like way farther than anyone. It was just like hauling ass, dude. And then I fucking bounced off of it and hit this dude's car. Like I just bounced off and hit this dude's car and like.
Wait, your body hits the car or the bike hits
my
the car?
body hits the car. and land back on the grass, and I'm just like, oh. And then this kid's parents go, oh my god, who is this kid? Like, what are you guys doing out here?
Did that discourage you from riding more?
Oh no, I feel like I did it again like the next week or whatever. But that shit was fun. Would do it again.
Yeah, BMX, dude.
Yeah.
It's.
And I remember I tried riding I tried actually racing once.
Sick.
Like there was like a BMX track in our neighborhood. Oh, it was so bad. Dude, it was horrible. I remember like the fucking gate drops down and I fell right at the gate. And like everyone else was already like going, you know?
Riders ready. Watch the game.
Dude, second thing that I did, I knocked down like 3 other people like at the gate, dude. They hated me so much.
That's so good.
That's awesome. There was a skate park in Indianapolis called In Orbit.
Oh yeah.
Outside of, I did a contest there, but I just thought of that.
Yeah, that's funny. Like for some reason, like the fork on my bike was backwards when I got there because it was a Walmart bike. And like they put it together wrong or some shit, and they were like, "What the fuck is going on with your bike?"
Yeah, but you know when you race, they say riders ready, watch the light, watch the light, and then you hear the gate go, psh, and then that's when you probably went early.
Yeah,
before the gate dropped, you went to pedal.
I was like fucking everything up there. That was great.
That's awesome though.
So
that's cool though. We got BMX roots.
Where are we at with time? No, on the board.
1:11.
All right. Before we end this, what do you have going on now? Where could people find your shit?
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, anything you want to plug?
Dude, all day. Okay.
Yeah, plug away, my friend.
Plug away?
Yeah, plug away.
Okay. Check out my band, Good Guys in Black.
Awesome.
We're killing it.
Spotify?
Like punk rock. Yeah, Spotify,
Okay, yeah.
punk rock. We played with a lot of, we're getting ready to play Shred Fest coming up.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. And that's in May. Stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for that. I got some shows coming up.
Fuck yeah.
I got a podcast called the RIck Thorne Show, which I'd like to get you guys on.
Oh,
Amazing.
Totally
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got, what else I got going on? Writing. And then this TV show called Run Boys. If it pops up, you know what I mean? You don't know if it's going to pop.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
They got investors and all kinds of shit. It's,
Yeah.
So, and dude, stuff just pops up, man.
Yeah.
Just riding every day and then just keep expanding.
I love that you're still riding.
Yeah.
I
so sick,
fucking love it, dude.
I mean, I'd go insane if I couldn't ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. That's why I'm trying to set myself up for other stuff.
Yeah.
With the music and with the comedy and with the acting. So
You literally have to do everything now. Like nowadays. Like,
Serious.
Yeah.
And then do not one podcast, but 8.
Yeah. So many like successful podcasters have like fucking 5 podcasts at least.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed about comedy though, that every comedian has a podcast. And this is what I'm realizing is that, because I've only been doing comedy for a couple years, is as a comedian, you don't post your set because then like who's going to come see you play, right? So the podcast, I just think is a way to show the personality.
Yeah.
To keep interest in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm looking to expand the podcast I have now. I was doing it over the phone.
Yeah.
But the way you guys get your shit set up, I like this more because it's more interactive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just cooler.
Yeah.
So this is a good tool for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were saying before we started this, that it's a good way to work on our banter back and forth and on improv and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for comedy. Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking do it, dude. And then follow your Instagram at RIck Thorne.
Oh yeah, at RIck Thorne.
Yeah.
I probably got more stuff going on too. I got like a signature glove coming out.
Oh, sick.
Fuck yeah.
And then at the end of this month, I did a license deal with this company called Puck Hockey, and they're like they're a hockey company, but we did a license deal, so I have a full like line of clothes coming out with them.
that's dope.
The next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just signed with JT Racing. Monster Energy, Neuro XPF. People take care of me.
Yeah, you've been with Monster for years. Huh?
I was the very first Monster athlete.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
That's dope.
Dude, I literally almost.
Yeah.
I should
Crazy.
have bought fucking Monsters instead of Red Bull. I'm over here fucking
I'm not
up.
even. What did you say?
We're gonna have to blur those out for this podcast.
What did you say? Hold on a second.
Oh, sick.
Oh god.
Yeah, you know what
I
I mean?
literally almost fucking got it. Dude.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. I got some in the car. I'll hook it up.
Hell yeah.
No, this is how this happened, dude. We talk all day, but
Yeah.
me and Tony Hawk, we did a show, Monster Garage, where they took an RV and they made it an RV, and we rode that shit while they drove it. It was in Venice, and some dude came up and gave me his card because I work for Monster Energy. I was like, "What's this?" And we had heard about,
Yeah.
the enemy. And we'd heard about the enemy. And then I was like, called him, and I got on their team, and I've been there ever since.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it'd be on my tombstone, first monster athlete. A little transition and
You
shit.
get the logo on there.
Tattoo.
On my thumb.
Tattoo? Oh fuck!
So I shake your hand.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Unleash the
Doesn't
beast.
Deerdeck have a huge monster tattoo on his back?
I don't know.
Like his whole.
I think
back
that
is-
was fake.
Was it? Yeah.
I think.
know much.
I don't even know if he has tattoos.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
No, I know he has a couple. He has a relentless tattoo on.
I did
his
an
arm,
episode of Robin Big.
but- I know. I remember that.
Remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Robin Big's sick.
That's when he
Yeah.
first got on Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monsters.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
And I
dude,
did
we-
this,
no,
this
there's so
fucking
much stuff, like,
podcast. This
hey.
podcast is another one. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Dude,
Let's
like
go.
literally, we could sit here for fucking hours.
Yeah.
And, like,
We need to write a book, bro, or
Yeah.
something. Some shit.
Yeah.
It's got to have a twist, though. It's
Yeah.
gotta have something.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of What the Fudge. And Rick, thank you so fucking much.
Thank you,
for coming
dude.
by,
Yeah, man.
man.
Thank you
Get
so
you
much.
these bikes, bro. Let's go.
When you agreed to do this, I was just like, I was with him actually when you called.
And he was like, shut the fuck up. Who cares about that? Who's this guy? Never heard of him.
No, like
Oh, he's got a hot sauce?
Like-
Oh, cool guy.
I was literally, I was just so, I'm grateful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you so much for coming out.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
rock.
been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, subscribe to it
Yeah.
now because that's where you can see all the clips that we can't see on YouTube, can't see on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can get podcasts early, just like this one.
And you
You're
get
listening to
an
right now.
audio only version. What the Fudge After Dark.
Oh yeah, and you get What the Fudge After Dark.
Yeah.
Audio only.
So guys,
Sounds sexy.
thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.